Hi YouTubers, welcome to our channel Some Average Joes. I'm John, and today we're going to look at how cheap we could build our own 3D printer. Now to start off, I just want to mention that all the products I'll be showing you, in my opinion, are not only cheap, but are products I think that will be mostly reliable. So I'll be choosing the products based on how good I want my printer to function and as cheap as possible for my needs and a few of your needs. So by following my guide you could source products even cheaper, but I want a 3D printer that can function as well as higher priced printers at of course a fraction of the price. So let's get into it. So I came across this website called banggood.com. I'll leave the link in the description. I'll be sourcing all of my components from them. I have seen quite a lot of good reviews on the website and I'm happy to start ordering with them. So firstly, we'll need the brains of our 3D printer, and I came across this kit which includes the controller board for most Reprap style printers, which is what I'm going to be building, and a few extras. But these components work for an array of printer designs. So let's have a look. Firstly, you have this heated bed if you want to print with more exotic plastics other than PLA. The Arduino Mega as a microcontroller, the RAM's 1.4 board, this LCD module if you want to print untethered to a computer, some stepper drivers with their heat sinks, GT2 pulleys and a belt for your X and Y axis motors, and some end stops. So you get all of this for the ridiculously low price of $50.14. If I were to source these products locally, I'd pay somewhere in the range of $100 to $120, so huge saving. The next thing we need are almost as important as the electronics of your 3D printer, and I came across this kit consisting of 5 stepper motors, which are almost in a sense the arms and legs of your 3D printer. Again, 5 of these motors in a kit, $58.99, ridiculous price. So again, a huge saving. And what is the point of having stepper motors if you can't physically mount them to your printer frame? And for that you need these steel mounting brackets. They actually include some screws. Again, $3.32, just a couple of dimes. Get yourself some of these mounts because they will save you from a lot of frustration and probably a lot of time. The next things you'll be needing are 2 threaded rods for your Z-axis, as they will be attached to 2 motors. And again, just a nice kit they have here. 350mm stainless steel screws, but they also come with these mounting brackets and the brass nut, and also the coupling for your stepper motors. Again, $8.50, just a few pennies, and you have yourself some threaded rods or lead screws. So one of the next important parts is the extruder, which is the part that feeds filament into your printer's hot end that we'll be getting to very soon. So you'll notice with this extruder, which is an all aluminum, cast aluminum extruder setup or kit, you'll notice they have a price variation. So anything from $4.19 to $16.69. So you can buy this in 2 options. The first option is to buy the direction bracket and the stepper motor, which is this assembly and the newer 17 motor. Or the second option, the one we'd probably go for, just the direction assembly. Because if you've followed this video, we've already came across a kit consisting of 5 stepper motors, which is enough. 2 will be used for the Z-axis, 1 for the Y, 1 for the X, and then the last one will be used for the extruder. The next thing you'll need are some smooth rods. This isn't a common 3D printer setup. You'll need some smooth rods, bearings, and a way to attach your smooth rods to your 3D printer. And we will be using these parts to create our linear or sliding rails. I would go for the 400mm lengths because the dimensions of my 3D printer frame, which I've already built, is 400 by 400 plus minus. So, but you can look for the size that will suit your needs. It all depends on the size of your printer. So 400mm smooth rods, these bearings with mounting holes to mount your Y carriage and your X carriage, and these mounting brackets to mount your smooth rods to your printer. Now you'll need 2 sets of these, one for your, in my case in the Reprap style printer, one for your bed and one for your X carriage. And smooth rods aren't that hard to find, so you'd probably want some for your Z-axis as well. So I'd say go for 3 pairs, be safe, it can't hurt. Low price, $19.77, and you have a complete linear rail. So now that you've gathered the essential parts of the printer, you need something to power them. For that you need a power supply. When choosing a power supply, make sure that it has at least 240 watts of power, because we will be using a heated bed and we don't want the stepper motors to skip any steps because of power drops. So here we have a 240 watt 20 amps power supply, $20.18. The last thing you'd need, other than basic parts that you can source, that most people can source locally, like wood to build your frame, or if you want to go for aluminum or various nuts and bolts, the last major component to your 3D printer would be the hot end. And look what we have here. For those of you familiar with E3D, specifically the E3D V6 all metal hot end, this hot end is kind of the new industry standard for 3D printers, and here we have a nice little Chinese knockoff. It has a short heat exchange, which is good because I've seen some of these Chinese knockoffs and the heat exchange is quite long, and in my experience the shorter ones are better. So here we have a E3D V6 knockoff including the cooling fan for the low price of $9.37. Again, $100 to $130 hot end at the price of, in some countries, a loaf of bread. So now that you've sourced everything you want, your hot end, heated bed, electronics, stepper motors, their mounts, some lead screws, some belts and pulleys, the extruder and the power supply, you're probably wondering, what is all of this going to cost me? Well, all of the products I showed you today, including some wood glue, some screws, other necessary things, this printer cost me about $204.33. And I know you're thinking, but hey John, there are a lot of cheaper printers out there that are already built. It saves me the time of actually building my own printer. But that's not the point. The point of this video is to build your own printer, get out, start doing something at a very low price. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video motivates you to start gathering components and building yourself a 3D printer. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like the printer I'll be building using the products I just mentioned, then hit that subscribe button. Till next time, bye.